Hi, Common Threads. First of all, I want to thank God for having you to tune in with me today. And I want to apologize that I wasn't able to meet with you on Saturday. I just want to thank you for those awesome prayers that you lifted up for my mother. She's actually home now and on the mend, getting back to almost her normal. And her normal can be kind of spicy sometimes, so I know she's starting to feel better. But again, thank you for those prayers. Today I'll be doing a demo on the toiletry pouch that I sent the message out about. Okay, this is a sample of the placemat toiletry tote that I already have made, and I wanted to show you some different fabrics that you could use. Again, you know, it's the basic placemat. The quilted one is what I suggest that you use, but you don't have to. I purchased this one at Walmart, and it's a 14 by 18. I have other placemats as well. Some of these you may recognize from when we did our little handbags. So this is one. This is a regular placemat. It's not quilted, but it has like an interfacing in it. Same with this one. You don't want to get something that's too thick. Okay, then I have this one, which is pretty much a little bit different. Sort of a double placemat, and it's blue on the back. And I have this red one, and this is sort of like a vinyl. Okay, and then if you want a quilted placemat, but you can't find one, you can actually make one. And what I did, I just had this little cute bear fabric, and I just cut it out to the size of a placemat. See, this is a single layer of just basic cotton, and I have the batten and another piece of the cotton. So it's like 3 layers. I'm going to sandwich those pieces together, and then I'll sew it. I'll sew it, and I'll try to quilt it, and I'll come back with that piece of information. Okay, here's a plain piece of fabric with batting underneath. Okay, I found these pins at a quilting shop, and it's called a fraction pen, and what it is a gel pen where you can put your markings on your fabric and iron over it, and it disappears. I was so fascinated by that, so I want to show that to you. This is what it looks like. It looks like a highlighter. Okay, I'm going to mark on the fabric. Seal it back up so it doesn't dry up. Those are the marks. Now watch this. I hope this works for the camera. I tried it earlier and it worked. Okay, I have my iron. Ta-da! This would be good to use in quilting, like for instance with this piece. If you want to quilt your own fabric, you could sandwich those pieces together and use a ruler to put your marks on your fabric. I'm just going to run a few marks all the way down. Just kind of mark them through. It's not showing up that good on black, but oh, I need to press a little harder. Let's see here. Let's try this again. And one more. Okay. So what I've done, hopefully you can see those lines. I put 3 diagonal lines on the fabric, and I can go in a different direction as well, but you use those lines to sew on. You know, you just sew in that direction and then sew in this direction on the lines, and it will give it a quilted look like what we have here. You can see it better on here, how your lines are going diagonally in different directions. So that's just something else that you can try if you want a different type of fabric and you want it to look quilted. I'll be using an 18-inch zipper, and even though I'll be putting this zipper on the short end of the placemat, it's good that I have an 18-inch zipper because it'll be easier to work with the fabric when I turn it inside out. So I just open up the zipper, and I'm going to place it on the short end of the placemat. So we have a long end and the short end. I'm going to place the zipper on the short end with the zipper pulled facing me. I want it to extend a little bit past the zipper pull where I start the zipper. This way I give it a little bit of a leeway. I don't know if you can see that or not. That's where I'm going to start it. And I'll just put a couple pins in it. But basically, I'm just going to sew this all the way down. And then I'll have the tail of the zipper hanging off on the end. And that's good, and I'll show you why in a moment. Okay. I have the first part of the zipper sewn on. Looks like my thread doesn't want to, oh, there it is. Yeah. I'm gonna snip the threads here. So I have the first part of that zipper put in, the first half. See? Okay. And now I'm gonna open this zipper to put it on the other side. But before I do that, I'm gonna take the short end, of the placemat, and place it right in line where the other end of the placemat is, on the other end of the zipper. And I'll bring it a little closer so you can see it. Let's see if I can put a little pin there. Let's put this little pin here so you can see. Okay. See? See, I just put the pin there to hold it in place right next to the one that's already sewn. Now I'm going to open the zipper because I need to be able to get this under my presser foot to sew that zipper in. So I'm going to unzip and see how it gives me a little bit of playroom. See, and then I'll be able to put this side of the zipper on just like I did this side. I'll be back in a moment. Okay, I am finishing up on the second side of the zipper. I'll show you what that looks like. Okay, have some little threads here. Okay. See how we have this loose piece here? I was able to open it up and put that right under my presser foot and sew it, and now I'm going to zip that together. See how nice that looks? Yeah. Now, the way I did this bag, I squared off the bottom to make it a little toiletry bag. If you wanted to do something different with it, you could just make a regular little zip bag, sew it on both sides, and then square it off here. The sky's the limit to what you can do, but for this bag, I think I'm going to make a different size, make this bag a little longer. Remember when we did our purses, we squared off the bottom with a square, and we pointed it together to make these corners here. That's what we're going to do with this bag. For this one, I used the 3-inch, and when it doubles, it's almost like really a 6-inch going up. But I want the bag to be longer, so I'm going to use a 2-inch. So it will not be as tall, but it will be longer. I'll be back in just a moment. Okay, the next step in this zipper bag, I zipped it up. I need to find the center of the whole bag. If I opened it and folded it in half, this would be the center. So I'm going to put a little mark there with my fraction pen. And I don't know if you can see that little pink mark on this end and here. This is how we lined it up. I'm going to sew down on this end and down on this end, and then I'll be ready to square off my corners. I'll be back in a moment. I'm back, and I have squared off the back. This is the center at this top, and this is the center. It's facing the zipper. At this point, you can put a little ribbon on the inside. You want to make sure too that your zipper is open so that when you sew this in and the bottom in, you'll be able to flip the bag inside out. Okay? So I just have a small piece of ribbon. I'm going to fold it in half. I'm creating the little hook that's on the bag. Okay? So I have to do that while the bag is turned on the wrong side. So right now I'm just going to slip the ribbon down into the bag with the loop part being in the bag. Scoop that right down. Okay. And make sure you can see that. So you scooted it right down in the bag. I'm going to fold that together. Put myself a little pin there. And then I'm going to sew right across this end and right across this end. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, I am just now finishing up the ends. And if you can see this, I have a piece of this zipper hanging out here. I'm going to go in and cut that off. Cut this little string. See, I had my zipper open this way. Once I sew it, I can turn it inside out. And I have the long part of the zipper here, and I'm going to go on and cut that part off as well. Cut that off. Okay. And what I can do is I kind of opened it up so that I can do my ends. I can taper the corners off once I get these strings off. Okay, I'm gonna fold this in. I'm gonna put my hand. I'll put my hand in into the point, and I'm gonna bend it. And you're pretty much familiar with this. We did this with our bags. So you just kind of make that point. And like I mentioned, I'm going to use the 2-inch triangle this time. Just going to position it right there, right in the same area. And then I'll use my friction pin. I like saying that. To mark that off. I'm going to do that to all 4 ends of the bag, and then I'm going to sew it, and I'll be back with that in a moment. Okay, I am finishing up the last corner of the bag. Have all 4 corners done. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm going to cut the corners. Each peak off, I'm going to cut that off. Need some heavier scissors. Make sure I'm able to get through all layers. This one. And then I have all the ends cut off. I don't want to leave them just like that, so I'm gonna, if you have a serger, you can serge them to make sure nothing raffles, or you can do like a little zigzag on your machine. So the machine that I have here, it does a zigzag, so I'm gonna do that, and then I'll flip the bag inside out. Be back in a moment. Okay. Finishing up on the corners. And now I'm ready to turn the bag inside out. That's the little ribbon that we placed in there. Just going to flip that over. All your corners. See how much longer this one is? It's not as tall, but it's long. Have your little hook. See? Got your zipper. This is the first one. Made with the 3-inch triangle, and this is the one with the 2-inch. Also, I want you to see how this came out. I was able to put all the markings on the fabric with the fraction pin, friction pin. I got too excited. Okay, and then I went on and I sewed the lines in. Okay, I don't know what I'm gonna do with this gummy bear fabric. I do know it's already prepared to do something with it, but right now it's just making me hungry for gummy bears. So I'm gonna put it away until I decide what I want to do with it. Don't forget to read in your book, in your love book, pages, I believe it's 9. It starts with 9. Starting with love, page 9 through page 24, and be ready to discuss at our next class. I'd like to leave you with these words from 1 Corinthians 13, 4 through 7. This is one of my favorite Bible verses. Love is patient. Love is kind. It does not envy. It does not boast. It is not proud. It is not rude. It is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. Have a blessed day. Thank you for watching this video. Actually, this is my first video. My daughters, they talked me into doing it, and I was a little bit shy about it, I must admit, but it was actually fun. So I'll see you in sewing class. Have a good day. Bye.